When I was young, the crows used to perch around my house in the nearby trees. Always they were there, every day. When I would leave my home in the mornings, they would call out to me. I would look up, but continue on my way. Well, one day I went out and the crows were there as usual, but the others flew away. One stayed and called out to me. I tried to ignore it, but it insisted on me giving it my attention. Finally, I relented. I walked towards the base of the trees and looked up and said, "What is it?" It looked down on me and cocked its head and called at me again. Then it flew to the next closest tree and beckoned me over. I got to that tree and it cawed and cawed until I gave it my attention once again. This process repeated itself until we were at the edge of the forest that surrounded the area where I grew up. I knew this forest very well and had spent countless hours adventuring through it in my youth. It called to me once again, and this time I knew it was telling me to follow it into the forest, so I did so. It flew from tree to tree, beckoning me as I passed all the familiar sights I had known from exploring the area, but then something odd happened. I found myself within a small open meadow. With lush grass and vibrant colors, the wildflowers grew in beautiful blues and purples. The crow stood close by in a small bush, calling at me and telling me that this place was special. I stood for a long time as the crow kept me company, telling me that he was my brother. Eventually, the sun began to fade and I realized I had been there all day in that meadow. It felt like only 30 minutes had passed, but it actually had been many hours. So I navigated my way back out of the forest and made my way home. A couple of days later, I decided I wanted to go back to that meadow. So I followed the path the crow had led me on, following the landmarks I noted in my head on the journey from before. But when I got to the area where the path should have taken me to the meadow, no path was found. It was blocked all the way down with barbed wire fence, and no meadow could be seen. I tried the best I could to find the opening, but there was no opening there. After about an hour of searching, I thought about the things that had been relayed to me by the crow and realized that I was the Wayward crow. And the crow had led me on a spiritual journey so that I may understand my connection with them. The crow is my spirit animal. They have guided me all my life. They have always stayed close. In the mornings I am greeted with their songs, and often the entire murder of my feathered brethren will gather in the trees around the places I have lived. They keep watch over me, keep me from straying too far off from my path. My friends and loved ones will often be visited by them as well. So when you hear a crow singing outside your window or as you walk down your road, just remember that they are my brothers and sisters, and they are keeping watch over those who are in my life. They have been good, faithful friends to me. As a matter of fact, as I tell you this now, I can hear one of my brothers sitting on the branch of the tree out my back window, calling to me now. I will go see what it is he has to tell me.